when you decided to choose Clark, was it ever in your mind about how the public may potentially respond to it? Or is that something that you were just like totally not thinking about and just went with your heart, as you said during the show?
Nah, it was it was a little thought that I had in my head. It was like, I was even thinking about my Islanders that was there with me and my castmates. I was like, shit, what they finna think about this damn situation, So it was just that, and then also I was like, well, America finna hate me for this. Like, I'm finna shock America with this, with me choosing Clark. So of course it was in my mind, but it was like at the end of the day, I gotta do what's best for me and not, you know, what's best for America or to make my other castmates happy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the other Islanders did have a reaction. So I mean, Amaya definitely had a reaction that we see. But I think that as time went on, I think everyone kind of got used to it, for sure. And for both of you, how during the game where you found out that America ranked the house guests in order, um, what was going through both of your minds during that time period? Were you like, did you expect to be ranked that low? Was it just like, was your main takeaway was like, oh, we don't have any support from America? What was going through both of your minds during that game?
For me, at least, I wasn't surprised. It was just I shocked America when I chose Clark. So that was like, what, you finna pay for the consequences. Like, what, you finna vote you last for everything. And being voted in the top three before I was, coupled up with Clark, and then as soon as I coupled up with Clark, then I'm bottom three for everything. It was just like, okay, yeah, like, I kind of expected this to happen. So I mean, I wasn't shocked. Shit, even my castmates, they wasn't shocked that America voted me bottom three for everything. So they already understood the situation that I was in and the situation that I put her in. So
Yeah. Clark, what about
I
you?
wasn't. I wasn't surprised. After he was voted last for everything, I was like, "Yeah, I'm next. Let's get into it. Why not?" But I also think like the way we're living it is different than how people are seeing it, and as they're voting, everything's kind of delayed for us. So they didn't have as much time to see like how we are in a couple, to even see me and who I am as an individual. So I wasn't I wasn't surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And Taylor, do you regret how things went with Olandria at any point? And do you think there was like any point that you realized earlier that it may not have worked? And you think you may could have said something? Because I know a few fans are thinking like, oh, well, maybe she should have pursued Jalen more when the time came. Do you think at any point the things could have gone differently as far as you all ending things a little bit sooner?
I would say no, because I was really feeling a danger, and even with the whole her and Jalen situation, I gave her time to, explore Jalen. Like, I wasn't, try to be around 24/7. Like, I let them, explore that. It was just nothing there. Or what they had wasn't as strong as what me and her had, which says something because we did have a strong connection. And, when I met Clark, it was just different. It was like an instant spark, and we had like an instant strong connection. So it was a feeling that I didn't have. So it's like if I didn't meet Clark or met someone else, like, with Coco, like if it was me and Coco instead, I still would have chosen Landry. But me and Clark just had that connection where it's just like, I have to choose Clark.
And Clark, how would you describe your relationship with Elaine? I mean, we see a little bit of it during the show, but it seemed very cordial. I mean, I guess like at so much time had passed a few days, even at your last episode, she was kind of cheering y'all on when you finally closed off. How would you describe the relationship between you two as women?
I feel like we weren't dealt the best cards as far as like having a super close friendship, but I think we made the best of the situation that we were in. We had a sit down, and I remember her saying like, "Damn, I wanted you to be mean so I could hate you." And we just came to agreement like we both really do like each other as people. And although we are in an awkward situation, like that doesn't mean we have to hate each other. So yeah, I love her. I think she's great. And I would hope she would say the same about me. But yeah, I think we like each other and we made the best of the cards that we were dealt. So
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And though, you know, you did rank lower in the polls by America, one thing America loves is your makeup. There's so many TikToks about your makeup. They're like, this is the mug of the season. So I just want to get like everybody wants to know, how do you look like that? Like, what are your makeup essentials? You have to tell us because the fans they want to know.
I don't know, like, okay, so when I was growing up, like in middle school, I had like damn near blonde eyebrows. So I started off with brows. That's like my thing. Um, I don't know. I do what works for me. I don't really switch it up. I cannot do light makeup. My version of light makeup is like just a little less of everything. I don't know. I go in with my liquid and then I do my brows. I carve them out so they look like extra nice and sharp. And I set everything. I don't like bake or anything. I just press the powder in. And then lips. I feel like for me, brows, eyes, and lips, then you're good. Like, I don't know.
And one of my favorite memes on TikTok right now is like anytime someone is saying like clock it or like clock that T, they say Clark it or like Clark that T. Like that's one of my favorite things on TikTok. So I want y'all to know, like there's definitely legions of fans that were supporting y'all of the show as well. And Taylor, you are coming on the show in like, you know, full black cowboy aesthetic during a time where it's kind of seeing a resurgence on this. It's mainly because of like, you know, Beyonce and Cowboy Carter. But I wanted to know like how all of this may have impacted your decision to, you know, show up as, you know, this black cowboy from Oklahoma on the show.
Yeah, so, I grew up, my dad rode bulls when I was growing up, so and my grandpa had horses. He the one who started the whole rodeo thing for my family, so, like, I was riding a horse before I could walk, so it was just me being myself and not switching up on who I am, because, rodeoing and being a cowboy is shit, what I was doing before I even played basketball, before I even played sports, so for that to be such a big part of my life and me to come on here and like not switch up who I am, that's pretty much what it was. It's just I want to say true to me, which is a cowboy.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you know, we are inching closely toward the finale. Right now, in your mind, who would you want to win Love Island USA Season 7? And who would you both think is probably going to win the season if that's not the same couple?
I think who's probably gonna win. Damn, I don't know. It's either Ace or Shelly
Mm,
or Amaya and Brian.
okay, okay.
It's either one of them two are going to win.
Yeah.
But shit, I want everybody on there to win. Like I'm so close to everybody. It's not one person on there. I'm like, oh, I hope they don't win.
Yeah.
So I want everybody to win. But like if I had to choose, probably Ace and Shelly or Nick and Olandria.
Got you.
But
Clark, what about you?
I agree. I feel like I love everybody's like relationship dynamic in there. It's hard to pick. It really, really is. I don't think I can. So,
So like whoever wins, it'll be fine with you.
yes, I'm gonna support everybody at the end of the day. So.
I love that. I love that.